A few brief comments on the non-biblical scrolls will be helpful at this point. There are approximately 670 of these scrolls, which can be divided into 5 groups. Rules and regulations, for example, the community rule. Poetic and wisdom texts, for example, the Hodayot or Thanksgiving Psalms. Reworked or rewritten scripture, for example, the Genesis Apocrypha. Commentaries or Pesharim, for example, the Peshar on Habakkuk, and miscellaneous writings, for example, the Copper Scroll. Origin of the scrolls. Most scholars agree that the group who lived at the Qumran site from about 150 BCE to 68 CE was a strict branch of the Essenes. Together with the Pharisees and Sadducees, the Essenes formed 3 main divisions or denominations. The Essenes were a Yahudim religious sect, having a strict lifestyle, communal living, ritual purity, and apocalyptic beliefs. It is also generally agreed that the Essenes deposited many scrolls in most of the Qumran caves. For one thing, all scholars agree that none of the biblical texts, such as Genesis or Isaiah, were actually composed at Qumran. On the contrary, they all originated before Qumran period. The biblical scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls include more than 225 biblical manuscripts, about 215 of which were found at Qumran. Unfortunately, with a few exceptions, such as 1 QISA, which is Isaiah, and 11 QPS, which is Psalms, almost all these manuscripts are in fragmentary form. Parts of every book of the Yahudim and Protestant Old Testament are included, with the exception of Esther and Nehemiah. In addition, some other books now included in Roman Catholic Bibles were found at Qumran. Tobit, Ben Sira, also known as Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, and the letter of Jeremiah, also known as Baruch 6. It is also most likely that the Qumran community viewed the books of 1st Enoch and Jubilees as scripture. These are the Apocrypha that were stolen away